Good morning from Alaska. For today's video, we are gonna jar the sauerkraut that I made, and we're gonna seal them and put them into the storage. So if you guys remember, 6 weeks ago, I cut some of our cabbages from their garden, and they have been fermenting for more than 6 weeks in this jar. So today, I'm gonna process them and put them into storage. Please join me today as I can them, and hopefully you can learn how to make sauerkraut and also can and seal them. The first thing that we are gonna do is we're gonna take the cabbage from this jar, the fermenting jar, and then put it into the pot. We're gonna warm it in the pot. So I'm just gonna take the weights. So I get the first weight right here, and then we have the second one. Okay, so this is what the cabbage looks like now after more than 6 weeks. So they are fermented well. Okay, so I'm just gonna put them in the pot. Transfer them in the pot. Now I got everything transferred into 2 pots. Apparently they did not fit in 1 pot. So we are gonna heat them. We just need to heat the cabbage, and we do not need to boil it. We're just gonna heat it and then transfer it into the jars. Okay, I think these guys are hot enough. I'm just gonna turn this off. So my jars are sterilizing now here in the oven. I just turned the oven to 180 degrees and put the jars, after I washed them, I put them in there upside down so the water can drain. Okay, let's start with 6 jars. Now let's put the cabbage in there. Just using a tongue. Hopefully this works. Oh, it works. It's a little messy, but it works. Okay, so I'm just packing it, like lightly packing it, and then we'll just leave like a 1/2 inch head space. So what that means is you leave this top 1/2 inch without the sauerkraut. Okay, so that one looks good. One is ready. And just gonna fill the rest of the jars, and then I'll be back to you. So I think I'm down to my last jar. I think I can only make 1 jar out of the whatever's left here. And I found out that it's easier to use a spoon to transfer the sauerkraut in the jar. And then I also forgot to mention that you want to include the juice. You want to put that in the jars as well, not just the cabbage. Scoop some juice. Pour the rest of the juice right here. I just dipped the paper towel in hot water, and we are gonna wipe the brims. Okay, now we are gonna put the lids. I put these lids in the water and boil them. And then we're gonna put it on the jars. We're gonna cover our jars like that. Next, we are gonna put the bands on to secure the lids. This one you don't need to sterilize because this doesn't touch the food anyways. Just gonna put it there, just finger tight, not too tight. Okay, after all that hard work, we have 8 pints of sauerkraut. For our last step, we're gonna put them in the water bath for 15 minutes to seal the jars. Jars upright. Please fit. This is the 8th one. Oh no. Okay. It doesn't fit. Alright. So that guy doesn't fit in there, so I'm just gonna leave this one for us to eat. One more thing, when you put the jars in here, make sure the water is at least an inch above the lid. So I'm gonna cover this back up. And the jars are in the water bath for 15 minutes now. We are gonna open the lid and just let it cool down for a little bit. And this time you can turn off the fire. Now we can take the jars out of the water and let the jars cool down. And just don't touch it until it cools down. You might have heard the popping sound. That means it's sealed completely. Okay, last tip to check if your jars are completely sealed. You can touch the lid, and if it doesn't go up and down, that means it's sealed completely. So the jars are cool now, and I'm gonna put them in our storage cabinet. I labeled them as well. SK for sauerkraut, and then I put the date, and then we have one jar that I did not seal. I'm just gonna put this in the fridge. This is the cabinet where we store our home canned stuff, home canned food. I'm gonna open it up for you guys to see what we have in there. Sit down so you can see. Okay. Ta-da! So this is all the stuff that we have in here. We have some salsa. I made this last month. Then we have some applesauce back there, and then we have some pickled carrots, pickled beans, pickled cucumbers, old sauerkraut, pickled beets, pickled cabbage, and kimchi, smoked salmon, and some canned moose meat down there. What do you guys think? Now I'm gonna put in the sauerkraut that I jarred today. I put the things that I made this year all the way to the back, and then the older ones I put in the front so that we can use it first before using the new ones. Okay, so this is the old sauerkraut. This is way back in 2018. They last long. So I'm gonna put it right here in the front. Rearrange things in there. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you will subscribe to my channel, and I hope you get inspired to learn how to can your own food, and this would really help you save up some money and save up some food that would last long. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.